All right, welcome back to SOS. I'm Stas RMBA, and today I just want to talk to you guys about options between concealed carry and open carry, and the differences and the kind of dangers it can put you in with open carry, versus concealed carry and such. I got into CCW, your concealed weapons permit. For Tennessee, it's a handgun permit, right? And I've been in other states, and I've had permits in other states. I've had a permit for about 20 years. I want to say it's about 20 years. I'm in my 40s now, so a lot of people think that's hard to believe, but I've had my permit for a really long time, and it all started way back when I was younger, just a teen, and I was walking home with a friend, and a guy came out of nowhere in the dark and put a knife to my throat and asked me to empty everything out of my pockets to give him everything I got. And my friend, he did what any person would have done, I guess, in a survival scenario. Instead of sticking with me, like a person should, but they fled, they ran. I guess, you either fight, flight, or freeze, right? So he chose to flight, book it, and left me there with this guy with a knife to my throat and a not so lit road. And lucky for me, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, today's the day. Today's the day. I'm not, this is it. And I wanted to give him everything I had. I mean, it was just a few, cents and change. It wasn't much, and a necklace that I had, and whatever else that was in my pocket. I can't remember at this moment, but the one thing that I will never forget is there was an active duty Army service member, soldier, that was on leave, and he was on leave at the time, and he was riding his motorcycle down that street, and he rolled up and terrified the guy. He booked it, took off running, and I was still there, and the guy stayed there with me and asked me if I was all right and everything. And just his demeanor, his bravery, led to a lot of thoughts. I guess that's is that the reason why I like motorcycles, I guess. I don't know. But that had a big turning point in my life, which made me want to join the military the most, I think. And because of that man's bravery, helping a complete stranger in the middle of a dark road like that, I wanted to be a part of that, right? So ever since then, I had this, a lot of people would say, look at this this guy, he's got to carry 2 guns with him, he's into all this self-defense stuff and different types of guns and stuff like that. There's a big reason why I carry. That has a lot to do with it. I think that had impacted my life so much. There's been several situations after that point that gives me even more excuses to carry carry something to protect myself. And it's your God-given right to defend yourself and keep yourself safe. No one, not people can't be around 24 hours a day and looking over you. That's and some folks would say, well, some folks would say, well, if it's my time to go, then it's my time to go, and there's different attitudes for these things, but I choose to carry, and that's part of the reason why. And over the years, usually, it's been these past 5 years I've open carried. And I just want to say, certain types of attire, could make you the shoot this guy first, the shoot me first pants, like the tactical pants, the shoot me first, open carry guy, the guy that's obvious that, that goes into, patches, hats. Look at this hat right here. Right here on the back, it's got the Marine Corps logo and right over here. And, it's pretty obvious that, I would be pegged as like shoot that guy first, right? So, I can't adjust. Well, I just don't feel like adjusting my attire to go out. But I will say this: level of experience, level of training goes into open carry. I wouldn't recommend someone who has stood duty and carried a pistol on their person 24 hours a day, or a rifle for that matter, would be a little bit better qualified to do that. That's just my opinion. And there are some folks out there that take a series of different courses and classes, and they get the mindset. You've got to have that mindset. You've got to look over your shoulder. You have to be able to look at things differently. You have to be able to search and look through a room for certain signs, and you have to be able to look for signs in people. And the average person doesn't do that, and you can't get complacent. You can't get your guard down or any of that stuff if you do open carry. That's just my personal opinion. I feel like you do have to stand guard if you're going to open carry in public. You have to be ready to face what comes with open carrying, and it's just my take on it. And other people do look at you differently. That's one thing. I don't know that if it would be, most people that openly talk to me in public are, they're all prior service military guys and gals that usually talk to me, and the take from every one of them is always the same, that it's your right and things like that. And then, there's the other crowd that would probably say, why do you need that, or something like that. You never know what kind of personalities, what kind of thought process. This is an open discussion for any of you that want to leave a comment below about your opinions on this type of subject. But concealed carry, no one knows, right? This is the other option here. If, like I said, you do paint yourself as a target, but it can also in some situations work as a deterrent, because chances are, if there was going to be a crime committed at the location that you're at, and they see that someone is there with a weapon, it might be less likely for them to want, because that risk outweighs that reward of being able to do something in that place, because the risks are so high. Now they've got somebody to deal with in the middle of all this, where that would have been just this normal, simple, go in and do what you want and leave. Now, excuse me, now you're in the middle of a conflict with a person that could potentially end your life, to defend themselves and defend the ones around them. So that's my take on it as well. And concealed carry, it's great. I think sometimes with concealed carry, it's the options that people choose where they place their firearm is, it slows down the draw time of things. And this is something that bothers me with concealed carry. Slinging something to the side, lifting a shirt up or whatever. You've got appendix carry, all these other options, behind the back, side, ankles, and all this stuff. You've got the waistband, the belly band. You know, and most belly bands, you know, they come with that Velcro strap. So, I mean, you're lifting a shirt up, reaching, grabbing the pistol, ripping the Velcro, because you've got to pull the Velcro away or not use the Velcro at all. But most folks, when they do belly bands and stuff, they feel more comfortable with the Velcro over the pistol. It's just, it's another motion that has to take place. It would take a heck of a lot of training, and you'd have to make sure that you're ready to use that option, right? Pistol gun, like pistols for the pocket, for attacking a person being attacked. If you have a snub-nosed revolver with no hammer, there's no hammer on it, it's just smooth, and you keep something like that in your pocket and you're attacked, you know, those are great options. There's no, the only moving parts is when you start squeezing the trigger and it's in your pocket, and you can tilt that up at the person trying to attack you from reaching into your pocket, if you can get into your pocket. There's that option. Stuff in your back pocket, there's different types of firearms for that, because they make different types of 410 models, like the Bond arms and stuff like that go behind your back. They're kind of like Derringers, you know. You've got the smaller pistols, you know, you can keep in your pockets as well. There's so many different pocket pistol options. And ankle, the only reason why I never liked the option of ankle is because for one, like, I wear shorts a lot, and sometimes even in the wintertime I'm wearing shorts, so the ankle option doesn't work out so well. Inside a vest, usually the vest option is usually targeted as it's on the category of a red flag. If someone's wearing a vest, it usually means that they are packing. It's just in the categories of stuff. It depends on what kind of vest it is, you know. Unless you dress the part fully, a vest will give you away sometimes. And I've seen people in public here in Tennessee, because, you know, they're open carried, and I've seen people just shoulder strap and nothing else, you know, shoulder strap with, you know, open carry, shoulder strap, and there's nothing wrong with that. Most of the people that I see open carrying are veterans, usually veterans that I see open carried around here. But like I said, with the ankle, not just the shorts ordeal, but you know, kneeling down and reaching and pulling your pants leg up and then grabbing it, and then, well, you've got the Velcro, so you've got to remove the Velcro and grab the pistol. It's just, there's too many stages there. And for me, with the open carry option, or just a holster, for me, the open carry option, I do a retention strap, so in the event, and then of course I've taken plenty of martial arts courses where it involves, if someone grabs your gun, what do you do next? So you have to know all these things as well, and the average person that's never taken any of those courses wouldn't have any idea what to do if someone grabbed their pistol and started trying to rip it off their body. And that's just another thing that puts someone in danger, open carry, those open carry options. It's good to learn them. It doesn't mean, just because I'm saying that I wouldn't do that unless you do all this, I wouldn't. I would take up some training courses before, just, you know what, I'm a man, or, you know, I'm a strong woman, or whoever it is out there that wants to open carry. This is just my opinion. It does help. It will save your life if you have more training in all of these different aspects of it. Besides, you know, just because it makes it easier to grab. Well, it is easier to grab. It's easier for someone else to grab it too. That's just my take on that. But the concealed carry options, some of the best ones are inside the waistband. Inside the waistband holsters are the best. Something that has a slight retention to it. Even with leather holsters. Leather holsters today have come a long way, and they even have a slight retention to them. So they don't just, you know, you can hang yourself upside down and it ain't falling out, you know, it's not shaking loose. but they make a lot of great in the waistband holsters that work great. You just have to, you know, get used to, you know, certain types of clothing, or wearing a, you know, it depends on weather. You know, it depends on weather a lot. A lot of folks that that conceal carry, you know, I know a lot of you can agree with me. Conceal carry and cold weather, it's perfect, right? So you don't look suspicious at all, right? There's no, because you have to worry about so many things with concealed carry, imprinting and all that stuff. And I know a lot of ladies out there do the purse carry, and there's pistol holsters that are a purse, and you know, there's quick, easy access. It literally zips, and there's the gun right there. So for the ladies out there, I just want to say it's probably a lot easier for women to conceal carry. I mean, they even have like the what's it called, the flash holster, where flash, where it comes up. There's a connection for the bra strap right here in the middle, and they can literally rip the thing. It just pops right out. So you grab, yank, and shoot. So I mean, there's so many more options for the ladies, where, you know, guys, if a guy's got a pot belly or something like that, it makes it a lot more difficult for concealed carry options. It's like those sleek holsters that you grab and pull, and it just slides right out of your pants there. Well, it doesn't work that way if you have, you know, a slight pot belly to you. Those holsters really don't work for us. So I got a little bit of a pot belly, right? So it just doesn't work so good. I mean, not unless you got like washboard abs or something. I mean, if you got washboard abs, it all just happens to work out well for you, right? Appendix carry is a great option, and behind the back is another good option. It's just when you're setting in a vehicle, it could be difficult setting in the vehicle, and someone comes up like a carjacking maneuver, and well, let me get my wallet real quick, you know what I mean? So and you reach back to go grab your firearm, but like I said, you know, there's a lot that goes into carrying a firearm, and it is very important for you guys and gals out there to be able to defend yourself. And some of you can't. Some of you can't have firearms, and it's totally understandable. You know, there's so many different areas out there that have a lot of trouble with this stuff, and you can't just go get a permit to carry. And this is just more for a topic for the folks who carry every day. And for the men out there, you know, you could do the MERS option, you know, man purse kind of thing, crossbody and one of those sling bags or something like that. There's always those options, or you know, the backpack option or something like that. I know a lot of folks are doing backpacks these days because you can get body armor sleeved backpacks. So a lot of folks are sporting backpacks that are very gray man like, that are neutral in color, and you can do inserts for body armor as well. A lot of folks are doing stuff like that nowadays. But I think AR-500, if you go to like AR-500, they have different options there for the backpack sleeves, and then you can go to like Amazon and get the backpack that has the inserts for stuff like that. But it's hard picking the carry options, because you've got to worry about imprinting and all that stuff, and you know, you go reaching up high on a shelf somewhere in Walmart or something, and you know, a family is right behind you and say, hey, he's got a gun underneath his shirt, you know. I think for some of us, is like for open carry options, you're already open carried, so everybody can see it anyways. So there's no I usually get from young folks sometimes, hey mister, why do you have a gun? To protect everyone around me and myself. You know, that's no other answer. I really don't have much more because I can. America, you know, or whatever. But anyways, that's all I got. I just wanted to share these thoughts with you guys and get your thoughts as well. This isn't, you know, opinions and views. You know, your opinions and views below, please. But you're watching SOS. I'm Star BA. Have a beautiful, fabulous, fantastic day. Rainbows and unicorns. God bless. Take care.